Here's how you know that you're in a real blind spot. Everybody will say that this is a limiting belief, or I don't have a blind spot, or I'm highly self aware, and those things might be true, yeah? But a real blind spot is the water in which you swim. You actually can't see it. And I have found, working with the clients that I have, that even the most self aware, experienced, developed humans, when they encounter their blind spot and the mirror is held up for the first time, they'll generally just disagree. So I'll share a little example with you. We teach our skins model, right? So if you've been around us in any manner of time, you will have heard us talk about these 4 embodiment patterns. People will mistake these as personality types. They might mistake them as like Jungian archetypes, right? No, these are embedded neural patterning. It shapes your soma, like your musculature, your posture, your ligaments, like it shapes your body, but it's also shaping your mind, your paradigm that you live in. And almost always, when somebody is embedded in what we would call their skin, their pattern, at either low or high capacity, they are almost blind to the values of others. Now they'll get it conceptually. Oh, you're that. That's really great for you. But secretly, right? They're like, but also my way is the best. One example, right? Let's take the warrior skin. Warriors are known for when they encounter pressure or they encounter volatility or hardship, they really just put their shoulders down and they do the things required and they push forward. They tend to be quite accomplished in the world, pretty self-confident. And so, interestingly, when a warrior skin embedded in that paradigm who hasn't developed in this way, they encounter their counterpart on that spectrum called the shapeshifter. They'll see adaptability, fluidity, almost like morphing identities. And when a shapeshifter hits pressure, they tend to move around it like an obstacle, right? So the warrior will see the shapeshifter and be like, yeah, that's really great. That's awesome to be adaptable and flexible. But they'll also maybe secretly judge them as flaky. You can't count on them. You don't know who they are. They might not mean what they say. And then vice versa, the shapeshifter, I've seen this where shapeshifters will create their whole body of work around the fact that they are a shapeshifter. They can be whoever they want to be. They can morph whatever offers they're doing. And that's fantastic. But a lot of times they'll look over at their counterpart, the warrior, and they'll be like, ugh, they're just like hard and masculine and too disciplined and too stale for me. And they're both a little blind to the paradigm value of another. These are embedded in the blind spots. Now, this example doesn't include specifics of then how they orient around money, how they shape offers if they're entrepreneurial, how they sell, what they do when nothing is going their way. Also, how they orient around family, love, beauty, art. Like, those are just 2 of the 4 quadrants of the skins that we train. I think these are pretty damn cool, but I have also seen the impact of what happens when people are training them at range, which is why I am so passionate about sharing this work. If you're wondering how to get started, if you are an entrepreneur, specifically a visionary, if you are an artist, a creative who wants to have greater impact, if you are a coach who works with leaders, or you yourself are on the front leading edge of your own potential, you want this upgrade. And a great place to get started is our somatic skins assessment. It ain't a personality quiz, but it will introduce you into these quadrants and lenses. And then the only limit is your own curiosity about how deep you want to learn these. And if you're willing to ask questions, tangle with it, learn a different way of seeing and moving in the world, and then watch the impact that has on your career, on your money, on your relationships, on your quality of life, and really introducing you into a richness of range that you have yet to experience.